Patients who are actually chronically inflamed, we know that inflammation is one of those hallmarks for people who develop cancer.
Meet Dr. William Lee, a world-renowned physician, scientist, and author of the bestseller Eat to Beat Disease. His groundbreaking research on food as medicine has helped millions understand how everyday ingredients can either heal or harm the body. In today's world, the foods we eat play a huge role in our overall health. While some foods can be incredibly beneficial for reducing inflammation, others can have the opposite effect. Dr. William Lee highlights 5 common foods that are known to fuel this dangerous process. In this video, we'll dive into these foods, uncover why they're problematic, and explore healthier alternatives. Before we jump into the fruits themselves, let's take a moment to understand why chronic inflammation can be so harmful. Chronic inflammation occurs when the immune system remains activated for extended periods due to factors including diet, stress, pollution, and infections. Unlike the short-term inflammation that helps heal injuries, chronic inflammation can slowly damage healthy tissues and organs. This persistent state is linked to conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's, and even some cancers. Managing inflammation through diet and lifestyle is crucial for long-term health and vitality, and that's where these fruits may offer powerful support. But before we continue, this content is provided for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider with any questions about your health or a medical condition. Let's kick things off with the first inflammatory food on our list, ultra-processed snacks. We all love a good snack, something crunchy, salty, or sweet to satisfy those midday cravings. But many of the snacks we reach for are ultra-processed and packed with artificial ingredients. While these snacks may be quick and convenient, they come at a big cost to our health. According to Dr. William Lee, ultra-processed foods are one of the leading contributors to chronic inflammation, a condition that can fuel diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer.
Well, look, there's a lot of data that's pretty uncontestable now that eating a lot of ultra-processed foods shortens longevity, raises inflammation, puts you at risk for cognitive function, makes you tired, all right, and also causes you to gain weight. And one of the reasons that ultra-processed foods does is that the chemicals in ultra-processed foods actually damages your gut microbiome.
Ultra-processed snacks like chips, cookies, and crackers might be tasty, but they can wreak havoc on your body's inflammatory response. The problem lies in the ingredients that make these snacks cheap, convenient, and long-lasting. First and foremost, many of these foods contain trans fats. Trans fats are one of the most dangerous fats for your heart and overall health, as they raise harmful LDL cholesterol and trigger inflammation in your arteries. This kind of inflammation can lead to the development of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. But that's not all. These snacks are typically high in refined sugars and carbohydrates, which are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, leading to spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. This, in turn, causes inflammation as the body tries to regulate these sugar levels. Additionally, many processed snacks are loaded with sodium, which can cause fluid retention and increase inflammatory markers in the body. A study found that diets high in ultra-processed foods lead to higher levels of inflammatory markers and disrupt the gut microbiome. Dr. William Lee highlights that these foods are also nutrient poor, meaning they don't provide the body with the necessary building blocks to repair and reduce inflammation. In essence, they're doing more harm than good.
Please read the ingredient label. If it seems like it's Greek or Latin or you can't pronounce it quickly, it's probably an ultra-processed ingredient that's going to harm your health. It's going to increase oxidative stress. It's going to stress out your body. It's going to cause inflammation, maybe damage your gut microbiome.
So, what can we eat instead? Dr. Lee recommends opting for whole, nutrient-dense snacks that naturally fight inflammation. For example, try swapping chips with a handful of almonds or walnuts, which are full of healthy fats and antioxidants. You can also munch on fresh vegetables with hummus or enjoy some mixed berries. These alternatives help fight inflammation while giving your body the nutrients it needs. Remember, a little planning can make a big difference in your health. Next up on our list is soda. For many, soda is a go-to refreshment when thirst strikes. Sweet, bubbly, and undeniably addictive. However, this sugary drink is a serious culprit in fueling chronic inflammation, a leading factor behind a variety of health issues. Dr. William Lee highlights soda as one of the worst offenders when it comes to your health.
Understand why certain foods that are not so good are really bad for you. Okay. And a great one that I always pick up with is soda. Okay. Whether you get the blue can or the red can, or whether you have regular soda or diet soda, any soda is really not healthy for you in the long run.
Even the zeros and the diets.
Especially those.
The biggest issue here is the high sugar content. Most sodas are packed with large amounts of fructose, a type of sugar that the body metabolizes differently than glucose. When consumed in excess, fructose can trigger the release of inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. These chemicals play a key role in the inflammatory process, potentially leading to insulin resistance, which is a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Beyond sugar, soda is often full of artificial additives and preservatives, which can disrupt the gut microbiome. A healthy gut microbiome is essential for regulating immune function and controlling inflammation. When it's thrown out of balance by these additives, it can lead to a chronic inflammatory state that affects the entire body. A study found that high fructose consumption can increase the production of inflammatory markers in the body and contribute to the development of metabolic diseases. Dr. Lee points out that this excess sugar not only contributes to inflammation, but also accelerates the aging process by damaging the skin and tissues over time. So, how can you quench your thirst without fueling inflammation? Dr. Lee recommends swapping soda for anti-inflammatory drinks, the best of which is water, a simple and refreshing alternative. Next up on the list is processed meat. But before we move on, if you're looking to dive deeper into the anti-inflammatory diet, be sure to subscribe to the Vitazen Health newsletter linked below. Each week, we share expert-backed tips, delicious recipes, and actionable steps to help you live longer and feel your best, delivered right to your inbox.
Another thing that you want to actually be really, really mindful of are processed meats. Now look,
Processed meats like bacon, sausages, and hot dogs are a common part of many diets, often seen as a quick and tasty addition to meals. But while they're delicious, they come with a significant downside. Dr. William Lee warns that processed meats are packed with harmful chemicals, preservatives, and unhealthy fats. Processed meats are made through methods like smoking, curing, or adding preservatives, all of which increase their shelf life, but also introduce harmful compounds. One of the most concerning ingredients in processed meats is sodium nitrite, a preservative used to maintain color and prevent bacteria growth. While it may make the meat look appealing, sodium nitrite can convert into nitrosamines when cooked at high temperatures. Nitrosamines are known to cause inflammation and have been linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. Beyond the preservatives, processed meats are also high in saturated fats and cholesterol, which promote inflammation in the arteries. When these fats accumulate, they lead to the thickening of the arterial walls, causing a condition known as atherosclerosis. Over time, this can lead to heart disease and stroke. A study found that processed meat consumption is strongly associated with higher levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation in the body. Dr. Lee emphasizes that chronic inflammation caused by processed meats can contribute to systemic conditions, making it harder for your body to fight off diseases effectively. So, how can you enjoy a healthy alternative? Dr. Lee recommends switching to lean proteins like chicken, turkey, or plant-based options like tofu and legumes. These choices are lower in unhealthy fats and offer anti-inflammatory benefits. You can also explore nitrate-free deli meats that are minimally processed or opt for wild-caught fish like salmon, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. By making these simple changes, you're not only reducing inflammation, but also nourishing your body. Hold up. Did you know inflammation is one of the biggest causes of cancer, heart disease, and aging? And most people are making it worse with what they eat. That's why I put together the Anti-Inflammation and Immunity Smoothie and Juice Guide. 80-plus science-backed recipes designed to stop inflammation, boost immunity, and help your body heal. Grab your copy now from the video description below. At number 4, it's alcohol.
And by the way, the Surgeon General's report on, making alcohol, cancer causing, that's not news. I mean, we've known that for 50 years at least.
For many, a glass of wine or a cold beer is the perfect way to unwind after a long day, but excess drinking is a major culprit when it comes to chronic inflammation. Alcohol doesn't just affect your liver, it can have a widespread impact on your entire body, especially when consumed in excess. When alcohol enters the bloodstream, it can cause oxidative stress, which damages cells and promotes inflammation. The liver works overtime to process the alcohol, and this stress can lead to the release of inflammatory molecules like cytokines. Over time, excessive drinking can weaken the immune system, making your body more susceptible to infections and diseases. Additionally, alcohol disrupts the gut microbiome, the balance of bacteria in your digestive system, leading to what's called leaky gut. This condition allows toxins and harmful substances to pass through the gut wall into the bloodstream, further promoting inflammation throughout the body. Research suggests that chronic alcohol consumption is associated with increased inflammation and a higher risk of developing conditions like fatty liver disease and cardiovascular problems. So, what's the best approach to alcohol? Put it to a stop. Opt for no alcohol beverages and avoid sugary cocktails, as they can add to your inflammation load. Moving towards our last risk in inflammation, we have artificial sweeteners.
What we've now discovered is that those non-nutritive sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, you name it, the whole shebang of these artificial additives that taste sweet on the tongue, they damage our gut microbiome.
Many of us turn to artificial sweeteners as a way to satisfy our sweet tooth without the calories, but are they really a healthier option? Dr. William Li highlights artificial sweeteners as one of the most deceptive foods when it comes to inflammation. These sweeteners, found in everything from diet sodas to sugar-free desserts, may seem like a guilt-free alternative, but they can trigger inflammation in ways you might not expect. In this final segment, we'll dive into why artificial sweeteners are harmful to your body and offer some healthier, more natural alternatives to keep inflammation at bay.
The sucralose, the aspartame, the xylitol, don't do it. And the reason you don't want to do it is because those artificial sweeteners have been shown, artificial chemical sweeteners have been shown to hurt the gut microbiome. Now, even though you're not getting the calories in, guess what? Your blood lipids go up, your blood sugars go up because you just wrecked your metabolism by hurting your gut microbiome. Don't do it.
Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin are widely used in low-calorie and sugar-free products, but research shows that they can disrupt the body's natural processes. One of the key issues with these sweeteners is that they interfere with the gut microbiome. Studies have shown that artificial sweeteners can alter the balance of gut bacteria, leading to an increase in inflammation. Since the gut microbiome plays a crucial role in regulating the immune system, any disruption can result in chronic low-grade inflammation throughout the body.
The sucralose, the aspartame, the xylitol, don't do it. And the reason you don't want to do it is because those artificial sweeteners have been shown, artificial chemical sweeteners have been shown to hurt the gut microbiome. Now, even though you're not getting the calories in, guess what? Your blood lipids go up, your blood sugars go up because you just wrecked your metabolism by hurting your gut microbiome. Don't do it.
A study published found that long-term consumption of artificial sweeteners leads to an increase in inflammatory markers and can contribute to metabolic disturbances. Dr. Lee stresses that, although these sweeteners may seem like a healthier choice, they can actually worsen the inflammatory process in the body. So, what are better options? Dr. Lee recommends using natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit, which don't cause the same inflammatory effects as artificial sweeteners. So those were the top foods that silently fuel inflammation in your body. But here's the twist. Even if you're eating all the right fruits and veggies, you might still be doing things that make your inflammation worse. Because it's not just about what's on your plate. It's also about how you live. In our next video, we're diving into 5 powerful lifestyle changes that naturally fight inflammation from the inside out. These simple habits could be the missing piece your body's been waiting for. So don't miss it. Your health depends on more than just diet.